Hello again. At LEINN International, we know that moving to a new city each year can feel overwhelming. That's why, while securing housing is ultimately your responsibility, we're here to support you every step of the way, making your transition as smooth and stress free as possible. Therefore, to help you settle into your new home, you will receive a destination specific accommodation guide with everything you need to know. And this includes a breakdown of available housing options, such as apartments, share flats, students' residences, and host family stays. Also, we recommend neighborhoods based on safety, convenience, proximity to campus, public transport, and local amenities. There's also an average rental prices by area and housing type to help you plan your budget effectively. Also, some contact details for trusted real estate agencies that specialize in students' rentals. As well, a list of popular websites and apps for finding house in your city. Information about host families for those seeking a more immersive cultural experience. And lastly, details about student dormitories such as availability, pricing, and how to apply. Alongside these resources, we also offer a one-to-one session with our onboarding team to discuss your housing needs and preferences, and a local alumni network in each city who can share advice, insights, and practical tips based on their own experiences. Our goal is to provide you with the tools, guidance, and community connections you need to feel confident and supported from day one. We also provide a starter pack guide that dives into your accommodation options for each year. For the year 1 in Bilbao, you explore neighborhood overviews, average rent prices, and what to expect when arriving. For the year 2 in Berlin, you can find a breakdown of rental platforms, local housing culture, and neighborhood comparisons. For the year 3 in South Korea, you will find a guidance on navigating a new housing market and living in a different cultural context. And we will definitely walk you through each destination using a PowerPoint guides for Germany and South Korea and a practical insights for Bilbao, including essential tips without offering biased options. On the other hand, embarking on the LEINN International journey requires thoughtful planning, especially when it comes to securing the correct visa. Whether you are a Spanish national, a student from the EU, EEA, or a non EU citizen, it's essential to understand the visa requirements for each country you live in during the program. If you're not EU or EEA national, you will need to obtain a long stay student visa, such as Type D, to study in Spain during your first year in Bilbao. This visa is required for academic programs lasting more than 6 months, such as LEINN International, and it allows you to work up to 30 hours per week while studying. Once you arrive to Bilbao, you will also need to apply for a student resident card, also known as TIE, within 30 days. Our team will assist you with this process. To apply for a Spanish student visa, you will need to prepare a set of documents. While the following list outlines the general requirements, we strongly recommend checking with your local Spanish consulate or embassy, as requirements may vary or differ depending on your country of residence. Please note that all documents not originally issued in Spanish must be officially translated and, when applicable, apostilled or legalized. You will typically need a complete visa application form, a valid passport that covers the full duration of your stay, 3 recent passport size photos, an official letter of admissions from Mondragon University, which is provided by our own administration, proof of sufficient final resources, for example, a bank statement, a valid health insurance in Spain with a minimum coverage of 30,000 euros and no copayments, evidence of accommodation for at least the first 4 weeks, a medical certificate if your stay exceeds 180 days, a criminal record check covering the past 5 years if you're 18 or older, and for minors, notarized parental authorization, including details of the study program and its duration. There is also a visa fee which varies depending on the nationality. As of the latest guidance, the fee is 141 euros for US citizens and 83 euros for Canadian citizens, and as well 80 euros for the most of nationalities. Processing usually takes up to 1 month, so it's important to apply well in advance. Also, please note that you should not book your visa appointment more than 3 months before your planned entry into Spain. Because LEINN International takes place in multiple countries, you will also need to secure a student visa for Germany and South Korea in your second and third year. Visa requirements vary for each country, so it's essential to research the necessary steps in advance. When the time comes, we will provide detailed information and guidance to help you through the application process. Although the process may seem complex, you won't be facing it alone. We are here to support you every stage of your international experience. This has been all about visa and accommodations, and thank you for watching.